at it. That's Peace of Mind. I'm Name Tag Alexander. We are on, what is this, episode 81. Wow. Wow. Man, it's a brand new day, right? Ah, that was corny.
Brand
I
new
didn't
day.
like I didn't like that. But y'all know why we're here. For any other reason, we're just gonna get right into it, man. Spider-Man, brand new day, the fourth installment in the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man film series, produced or is it directed by, pardon me, directed by Destin Daniel Cretton. I personally always say, after seeing this for sure, and knowing that he did Shang-Chi, and also knowing that that he did Wonder Man, which was canceled. That's some bullshit. Y'all renewed it and then y'all cancel it.
Mm,
I'm throwing a race card out there because it's mad. I mean, I do understand
mm.
we got a new Black Panther that's coming.
Yeah,
Obviously, I can't,
yeah,
David. I forget his name. I forget his name. I'm drawing a blank. I got to see the Long Walk too. Shout out to him. But we do got a new
yeah,
Black Panther coming. We still got black characters, right? We still got
yeah.
Anthony Mackie as Captain America. We still got Ironheart. I don't know. I bet by the way things are looking, I feel like they might cancel that man. But that's just my personal rant. I feel like it's a race card being pulled. I don't like it. It's
I
mad.
mean,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
don't- we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It doesn't seem like it was anything with the Mateen, like any of the actors. Like they were all really disappointed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Dessa was pissed.
there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes that we just aren't privy to. But I will tell
I
you this:
uh-huh.
if they renew Agatha for another season and
If
they
they renew
cancel this shit,
Agatha, I'll
I'm
cancel this
burning this
pod.
whole shit
I'll
down.
cancel this pod.
Yo,
I'll cancel the pod.
my oh
I will
bro,
never pod about Marvel again. We'll do a segment
I'm
on.
hoping right,
We'll
right.
make this a
I'm
segment because
hoping
enough.
I'm really hoping that it was canceled because they have other plans for him because I don't want to lose this character. Like
Yeah,
he was
man.
just it like
Dub.
every now and then a special character with a special actor comes on like Star Lord and Pratt,
Yeah, yeah,
Tony and RDJ.
yeah.
This was in the same line for me. Like he was just
Man, dog. I didn't love it. And then the fact that they teased us and was like, yeah, they renewed for a season two. We got Emmy nominated.
yeah,
Maybe my only guess is that I feel like because Destin said that it got renewed, but they canceled it and told him he was like, we started shooting, I believe, or something like that. Something along those lines, or started writing for it or whatever, and it got
yeah,
pulled.
yeah,
And he was like, I had time. So I'm thinking like maybe it was just some they probably
yeah.
tried to use like, well, Spider-Man is maybe they saw like before Spider-Man came out, by the ticket sales were a lot of pre-sale, right? So there was a lot of people couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even buy tickets. So maybe just off the pre-sales alone, they like, oh, this about to do numbers and we need him to
Yeah,
start working on the next Spider-Man film immediately or something. Maybe
yeah.
we could shoehorn
Or
Spider-Man or maybe
yeah,
we can shoehorn. I don't want to say shoehorn because that sounds like you're forcing them on somebody, but maybe we can bring Wonder Man into the fold, even though they said they wasn't going to try to bring too much TV into the film space of the MCU anymore. So I
yeah.
don't know, man. I
He's
try to
too
be
good of a
optimistic about
talent.
it.
He's too good of a talent to not bring him into the fold.
Yeah,
Like
because they
that
handled
would
that
be
well. Like I ain't saying
yeah.
Wonder Man was like the greatest, but for it to be what it was, and we was like,
Oh,
damn, I
it
really
was so
enjoyed
good.
that. And
It was
to
different.
also be Emmy nominated, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then for them, nah,
yeah,
we ain't gonna do a season two. I don't know. I'd be optimistic about it, man. But like we said,
yeah.
fourth Spider-Man film in the MCU. I technically could say this is the first of a new trilogy. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he
It
has
is.
signed on. Tom Holland has signed on for five more Marvel projects. I say it
So
that
this
way
is one of them,
because
and then four
yeah,
more.
because you know
So
how that
there's
goes.
Secret Wars,
Maybe
something
Doomsday.
else, and then yeah, maybe
I got him in some of them future X-Men movies. And we know why. We're
I
gonna get
could
into
see
that.
that.
We're gonna get into
Yep,
that. We know
yep,
why.
yep.
Starting out, man, you just to get it out the way and just to get right to it, let's go. I feel like I know what your Run the Stones rating is gonna be, but let's hear it, man. Out of six Infinity Stones, what's your Run the Stones rating?
Oh damn! I was looking for my wallet to slam on the table and
Ha
say,
ha.
"Take my money." Six. Without like, there's no second thought. Like, well, maybe no. Six. Six.
Now
Yeah.
let's hear why. Because when
Yeah.
people give their reasons as to why they rank something low, I always want to hear
Mm-hmm.
the reason why. So I feel it's only right that the listeners we give them the same as far as why you gave it a 6 out of 6 Infinity Stones.
Yeah. And I got reasons. So
Okay.
for one, the pacing.
Yeah,
It wasn't too much action where it was just constant, and like you kind of, you almost get exhausted of the constant,
yeah, yeah,
um they spaced it out good, but they kept the in betweens interesting. Like I was glued to it the
yeah,
whole time I was there. I was so hype on
yeah,
that.
man.
The what they did with him though, like I like that, you know, it didn't go too dark, but it shit
Yeah,
was dark for
could
him,
have went
bro.
there.
Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
it was like touching me so many, emotional
He was
places.
like damn near bruised and banged up the entire movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like his face was like
Another
he was getting his ass whooped.
yeah, another thing, which is what a lot of people who are more aligned with like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is, people complained that, Tom Holland Spider-Man relies too much on Stark tech and other
Yeah,
people's tech, and nothing is his own, and he's, not really, this was
holding
all
down his own
Spidey,
movie. Yeah,
all
I
of it,
agree with that.
all of it.
I if that or if you had more, go ahead. But I was gonna throw mine
Yeah, I
in there.
mean, I got more, but we can save
Okay,
that for
okay.
discussion.
So to get mine out the way, I would say 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6.
Okay, fuck you, I'm out of here.
I think it's because like at first I was kind of heavy, or I was hard on No Way Home, because for
Mm,
one I remember being upset because they spoiled it. Some spoilers hit online like right before I saw the movie about seeing that the
yeah.
other Spider-Man were going to be in the film. They did a great job of hiding things for the most part with No Way Home, but
Yep.
overall I just felt like I think the emotion of No Way Home, and for whatever reason, man, I really like that. I love that fight scene with him and Green Goblin at an apartment.
Oh yeah.
I love the in the end where he was damn near about to kill Green Goblin. It was like that, and
Yep.
because you saw like the darkness coming then. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? The way it ended, just like it was just a lot of emotional beats in there that I thought was great. And when only thing I really kind of didn't like about No Way Home was the villains, honestly.
Mm,
When I rewatched it, I was like, I ain't really like the villains there. I felt like, even though, yeah, Doc Ock in the original Spider-Man 2 was great, but we
mm,
didn't really care for Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jamie Foxx, but
right.
we as that character Electro, we was like, nah. Sandman, no, because I didn't even like
Yeah.
Sandman. And what was he in part 3 in the original Sam Raimi version?
Yeah.
But for the most part, like that was my only gripe with No Way Home. But also at the
Mm,
same time, while I do enjoy this one as well, it's tough. It's tough. I'll still give it a 5 out of 6, only because I was like, man, I do still wish it was like a real deal villain in this, like in the midst of him
mm,
dealing with that darkness, just to raise the stakes a little
yeah.
bit more. That's the only reason I give it a 5 out of 6. Other than that,
I get
phenomenal,
it. I
phenomenal.
get
You know
it.
what I mean? And it didn't hit me until like after that second watch. I was like, once the
Yeah.
hype kind of wear down and you get to thinking like, and now that since we've been doing this podcast, right? Because
Mm,
beforehand I would just watch stuff. We chat back and forth about like, yeah, man, that was crazy. Did you see that or whatever? But it's like you enjoyed it for what it
yeah.
was. But on the side of like, I got to do a podcast. We got to record about this. So let me present and have some objections and rebuttals as to why I give it a 5 out of 6. But that's really only why. Just like
Mm,
I feel like in No Way Home there were some true villains, but in this one it just felt like I understand what they're doing with Department of Damage Control, but at the same
yeah.
time I'm like, oh, y'all got me again, and use Damage Control as a villain, just like how y'all did in Ms. Marvel, and also in a sense y'all did it in the first Spider-Man and Homecoming
Mm-hmm.
of the previous trilogy. Stop and Wonder Man as well, Department of Damage
Yep.
Control.
And,
So by the time
No Way Home too. Like they were,
That's true.
after him
That's
in there
true.
too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So by the time we get to this, I'm like, damn, Department of Damage Control again, but we understand why and we know where it's going. I want
Mm-hmm.
to ask you this, and this is what I jotted down because, like I said, we gonna be all over the place with this, man, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a lot to
Yeah.
cover. But what
Yeah.
do you feel the message was in this movie?
You don't got to go at it alone. You need help.
And I feel like, did I? Damn, did I tell you what I thought the message was prior?
I think so. But and
I
I
don't
and
feel
I
like
was
I
on the
did.
same page with you.
Yeah, that's
Maybe you
right. That's
did.
what it
Maybe you
was.
did.
That's
Yeah.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I feel like I don't remember. I think I probably did. I did. Yep.
You might
Yep.
have.
I think I did. But and then when you say, you're like, yeah, that's right. Damn, that's crazy. And it's crazy that we both thought that, because he was trying
Yeah.
to from
I mean,
since the
because that
beginning of the
was,
film.
yeah, exactly. And then as it went on, his convo with Sadie, we'll get into who she was in a bit.
Sadie
And then
Sink.
and then even in the end, in the hospital scene with Punisher,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, "Are we friends
I
now?"
thought that was a great
Like I was
scene,
like,
man.
"Yeah,
Excellent use of Punisher though, because I know a lot of folks was
yeah,
worried about how, like, man, how are they gonna show this, and you know what I mean. But it
yeah,
was PG still, but PG-13, I would say, because
exactly,
he was cussing. He still was him, but they didn't like make him seem corny. If you want to say like,
exactly,
oh,
yeah."
the fact that he was cooking food and we just went to see, and then in
Chili, but
the end,
chili, bro, chili. That
that's
is
some
such a Punisher
that's some
thing
Punisher
to
meal.
to make.
Exactly. I thought that. That
Yeah,
seemed like some shit. And it's funny because just the other week I was telling somebody, I was like, man, I'm about to be on that type of time where I'm gonna just be eating the same thing every day for dinner. And
yeah,
and I was like, and then for some reason, like, I'll get weird like that and be
mm,
like this. I got multiple black tees. This is probably like my third day in a row, like wearing a black t-shirt. Not the same one,
yeah,
but that
yeah,
dad had, you know what I mean, get a little chilly in the crib,
yeah, oh
throw a
yeah,
jacket on. It's like I just got
yeah,
a
oh yeah.
set, but it's really when I'm locked in to something. Like right now
Mm-hmm.
I'm promoting the album. I got the podcast we doing. I'm in For me to lock in, it's like I gotta have that certain type of routine. And that, hey
Yeah,
man, that's Punisher he's a nutcase, but he got his routine, man. And
man.
yo, I
That
enjoyed it though.
that's
I
that
enjoyed
is
the flip.
one thing I've seen a few different people complain about was Punisher,
No, I
and
loved him in this.
that he wasn't killing and going crazy. I'm like, he's
We saw
you,
that in One
if
Last
you were
Kill,
going in, yeah, if you were going into this thinking that Punisher
a
was gonna
Spider-Man
be
movie.
going ham in a Spider-Man, like no, like
Yeah,
read the room. That's not happening. And
he
then
was shooting.
another thing was all the villains that ended up being just a montage for the intro.
Yeah.
Like I get it why people would think that they were all in there, but it doesn't see the one of the problems with the what was it, the third Sam Raimi film was all the villains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can have
Sandman,
a bunch of
Venom.
villains in a movie if they're all kind of on the same page, on the same team,
Yeah.
like Thanos in the Black Order. That
Yeah.
works. But when you have a bunch of different villains from different standings,
Even in No Way
all come
Home,
like
it's
it
like
doesn't.
No Way
Yeah,
Home is
yeah,
like, yo, we all trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to
exactly.
get back to the crib. Even Peter was on the
And
top. Always trying to help. I want to get them back
there's
home.
one thing that this might have set up, which I could definitely see happening, is none of these villains, at least that we know of, have that much of a deep connection with Spider-Man. There's Scorpion, who is the
Right.
most, but why would Scorpion hate Spider-Man so much? Oh, he sent you to jail. You were a criminal, like whatever.
Exactly.
But now Scorpion has a reason to despise, deeply
You
hate
and
Spider-Man.
you beat the brakes off me,
Beat the
even though I was under
shit
mind
out of
control.
him.
It's kind of like it
Yeah,
was the opposite of what happened in your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon. It was the
yeah,
exact
yeah.
opposite. It was like, damn, because he beat
Right.
the brakes off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Whoo,
In that
boy,
cartoon,
man.
which I can't wait till that season 2 comes back, man. I enjoyed that cartoon. I remember even saying,
Mm,
like, with your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I was like, man, I probably enjoyed this more than I did X-Men 97 the first season. I know for
yeah,
sure I'm enjoying.
yeah,
I enjoyed that first season of Spider-Man than I did as I am currently for X-Men 97. But that's
yeah,
another episode for a later time. But yes, man,
yeah.
I
Later
agree.
this week,
Cause
actually.
I saw
Yeah,
it, I was like, oh, what they're doing here is kind of dope. They did at first I was like, damn, what's up with the montage with the heroes or whatever? But it was like, yo,
mm,
we gotta show y'all that transition from when No Way Home ended, where he made his
yeah,
non-Stark suit. I mean, it still got the EV in there. What was that? Am I
yeah,
saying it
yeah,
right? Yeah, it still had the EV in there or whatever, which is like, okay, you still a nerd, you still into the tech or whatever. And it's
yeah,
like, yeah, you need that to kind of I'm glad he kept that. Even when
yeah,
he had the organic webbing. But
yep,
at the same time, when I saw the montage, I was like, damn, they did this for Fantastic Four. And I was like, it would have been kind of dope to see maybe more of Tombstone, but also like how you said, I'm like, but how does that fit into
yeah.
the grand
It.
You know what I
these are
mean? The grand
these
concept of
people are all
everything.
coming because
Yeah.
we didn't know of them, and now they got a reason to
It's like,
possibly
yeah.
form a Sinister Six, you know.
Bingo. Yep.
And but another thing with that montage, it was loaded with little Easter eggs of
Man, dog.
like when he was wearing the winter stuff. Like that was one of the suits from the Spider-Man video game.
Yeah.
When he was
I thought that was
swinging,
fly.
carrying the dude, like that was the first cover.
Yeah, the
Amazing
comic.
Fantasy.
Yeah. Yep.
So much in that montage. Like so many comic covers recreated within the scenes. Actually, every single one of them, like Ramrod, uh, Tarantula, like those were all damn near 1-to-1
I
covers
thought
of.
I thought we would have got a chance to see Chameleon off the strength that even though like Marvel Studios kind of was detached from what was going on with Sony,
Mm,
but obviously with
yeah,
what's dog name Craven the Hunter, his movie, it had
yeah.
Chameleon in there. So
Mm.
I thought it would have been dope to see
Oh,
him.
did it?
Yeah, he was at the end though. He was at the very end.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was
See,
Craven's brother.
I watched like 40 minutes of that movie twice and couldn't couldn't do
It
it,
could have
bro.
been
I couldn't do it.
so better. It could have been so
Oh my
better though.
god.
They
Yeah.
bombed that. I
Mm,
didn't even know in Madam Web because I never watched that movie. I didn't know they actually had like a
yeah.
Spider-Man in it. It was like, yo, like really, this is what
Yeah.
y'all trying to do, bro? And it looked bad. Like I seen the clip, somebody showed it on, I think on Facebook. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this look bad, dog. Like what y'all
Mm,
doing, man? Marvel, they get it right when it comes to the Tom Holland films. I do believe,
right.
even with this whole thing with Miles Morales, they
I think I think
he
well, not Miles Morales, but I think Marvel has their finger on the,
from what I'm hearing is Miles Morales, and this is what Kevin Feige said, I believe. We will, but he lied sometimes.
all
Just
the
to kind of
time.
throw you off the scent, though. It's to throw you off the
Mm,
scent. But he did say like after after Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, then there's we're likely gonna see Miles Morales in the MCU, a Miles Morales in the
mm-hmm.
MCU. So excited to see that. But just to get back to the film, man, I love that banter just back and forth between like Peter and Frank, man. That
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Just
Yeah.
like Bernthal
Go
and
home,
Holland,
Frank.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like
man.
that was like really a full circle moment because I'm pretty sure like in the interviews I've seen Tom and Bernthal talk about, I can't remember what movie they were shooting together, but they were going over lines like for
Oh,
Tom
really?
Holland for Spider-Man, and he was like running stuff by him, and he's like, "Should I do a flip? You know, I could do
Uh
backflips and shit." And he was like,
uh
"Dude, do it. What do you like?" He was the one that told him do that
I
backflip
like
shit.
their pairing on screen together though, man.
Yeah,
I would like to see
yeah,
more of it. It's just certain. I always say this when it comes to these Marvel projects. Like it's certain people I do want to see on screen together. Them give
yeah,
me more Tom Holland and John Bernthal. Give me more Mark Ruffalo and Tom Holland just as Peter
yeah,
Parker. Like and just
yeah.
the back and forth, like just that whole. And this the thing, man. Let me get right to it, dog. For y'all people, opinions are opinions. That's fine, and I get
Mm-hmm.
it. But this whole man, I thought this movie was. I get some people saying, like, oh, I ain't really movie was cool. I like No Way Home better because can hear some honest and great reasonings as to why. It's like, okay, I respect
Mm,
that, cool, and I don't expect everybody to like something the same or agree,
yeah.
but just to be like the movie trash, just like, come on, man, like
Right. And
what y'all
what
talking
I see
about?
a lot, what I see a lot is people call it trash and then not give a reason for why it's trash. Like, okay,
Yeah. He ain't have
whatever.
a real villain. That's a reason to like
Yeah.
knock it down a peg. But to be like it's trash is
Mm,
because of that. Just oh man, it was soft and that. It's like what man? Like if anybody been paying
nah.
attention, like I say, I don't agree per se with the DDC being so like involved in these projects as the main villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, where you recognize, oh, you ain't really have a villain, but at the same time, I'm seeing what they're doing, and then just that conversation that Peter had. Well, let's get to it, man. The scene where
Mm,
Peter goes to see Bruce at the college or whatever. Yo,
yeah.
that's about to set up some shit, man.
Yeah.
Just the whole idea, the
Yep.
inhibitor and everything. I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I think Peter is going. We're gonna see Spider-Man in some of them five projects that they saying he signed on for again.
X-Men.
Gotta be some X-Men projects because that gotta come back around
Yep.
to you. The DDC gotta be involved. We know in the cartoons it was different. Who was it that was involved with the
Uh,
Sentinels coming into play?
Friends of Humanity.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah,
them. Well, they were one of them, but
yeah.
Creed.
Creed, yeah, because
Yeah,
Creed
yeah,
is in
yeah,
episode 6
yeah,
of
yeah,
X-Men 97. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what I saw, which is crazy because this is the episode with Creed, even though I don't know how much they're connecting the X-Men 97 universe to
Right.
the real, the live action. I doubt it. But just the fact it
Yeah.
was just coincidental that that episode was about Creed and them
Mm-hmm.
kidnapping, taking Creed hostages and everything. And then here we go. You got more of the whole thing about, we against mutants or whatever. Where in
Yeah.
they don't know this is a mutant yet, right?
Right.
I don't even think Gene knows which this is what's dope. Another thing, well, I say that to say because I want to throw I want to throw the conversation off. But to just say the movie is trash and you're not even seeing a play, you're not even seeing a setup. This ain't no Jean Grey that came and hey, spoiler alert, y'all. Spoiler
Jean
alert.
Grey.
Before we ruin anything else, Jean Grey is in the movie, okay? Sadie
Yeah.
Sink is Jean Grey. So if you don't want to hear
Yep.
nothing else beyond this, cut it off and watch the movie and come
Bro,
back.
I actually really, really liked that they changed it up
Yeah, this is
for
not a
Jean.
this
I
ain't
don't
no
want to
oh
see
we
the same thing over and over and over and over. Like, it's like, give me
exactly.
something new. And if
I
it
saw
works, I'm all
I
for it.
saw somebody, I saw some things said where people were like, well, how they gonna do that? And then you got the X-Men we're gonna see in Doomsday. Well, probably because those X-Men you're seeing in Doomsday in the preview, they're probably gonna
Different
die.
universe.
It's a different universe.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna
Yeah.
die. This Jean Grey right here,
Absolutely.
born right in this universe, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, yo. So it's like she
Yep.
ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She ain't the only one. Who else is born in this universe?
Mm-hmm.
Let's X out Hugh Jackman's Wolverine because we know like
Mm-hmm.
is different versions of Wolverine in these universes, whatever. He more than
Yep.
likely exists in this universe as well. We don't know who though.
Maybe.
All that we
Maybe.
know is from that She-Hulk episode. It said man with claws gets into a bar fight or whatever. It's like, okay, well, that's probably not Hugh
Mm-hmm.
Jackman. That's probably a different Wolverine. Or it could be Hugh Jackman. Maybe it is him and
Hey,
just a different, you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
I think they're going a little younger. Like, it seems like they're
Yeah.
going a little younger, but
And
not
if they do that, great.
too young. Yeah,
They're
for
gonna
the
be a
long
young
haul. So
Wolverine, but he's
far,
still gonna be an
so
old
far
ass
they
man.
so far they're starting to put together excellent actors
Yeah.
for what's coming up for this X-Men. Like, I heard that Adam Driver was going to be Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. But then I also
That
heard maybe
that
Magneto.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear
Yeah.
Magneto. And then Emma Frost was announced to be that girl that looks like Margot Robbie from Ready or Not. You know who I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. I had to
A
look it up.
blonde girl. Perfect fit, dude. Like, I'm
Marvel don't
excited
ever
for
really
what they're
slack on the
doing.
casting though. They never
Yeah,
really like slack on
yeah.
the casting. We always be like, we once they have somebody in a certain role, we can never see them as anybody else. By the time
Yep.
like whatever Tom Holland be in, I ain't seen Odyssey when he in that, him and
Odyssey.
Zendaya. I ain't
Yeah,
seen it yet, but I know he's in it, which is
yeah,
crazy because that movie had great reviews. Heard it did numbers,
yeah.
and it'll come right back at that Zendaya and it's who you and your wife like y'all, man, y'all
Mm,
balling, y'all balling.
yeah.
Also, Peter Parker don't like he don't like white girls, man. Apparently, like he that I mean he was having trouble getting over MJ, obviously,
Yeah.
but that girl in that elevator was like, "Yeah, I'm your neighbor" or whatever. No, not the elevator. She married him
Yeah.
to him in the
Oh, he
hallway.
was like,
It was like, "I'm
oh,
your neighbor." He was like,
okay.
"Oh, like, all right, that's what's up." I was laughing because I'm like,
Okay. And
that's
then just
probably
Jets.
that's some shit I would do, like if I'm like if I'm in a relationship or
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah,
over somebody. It was like, oh
yeah.
word, them first, you know what I mean?
All right.
But also to speak to that, it's been 4 years. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Some time has passed. That's why that montage was dope. It wasn't like all that was happening within 1 week. This is over the course of like some
yeah.
years, time going on. He's seeing a different, they going through college or whatever. It was like, dang, man, I gotta hurt, man.
Yeah, they're
All
about to
because
finish.
yeah, and they did
Yeah,
right because it was like
yeah,
graduation. This our last year, senior. Then it was at the end.
yep,
He showed him like
yep,
graduation or whatever. Man, it's really kind of like a dark film, like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying through and through. It's like it just
yeah.
looked bright, and then like
It
all that.
was It was so heartbreaking though. Like when he went to that party at their house, just showed
Oh
up,
man,
and MJ, when that dude came up, and I was like, no,
man.
no, who is this guy? Who is this guy? What are you
Yeah, I don't know
doing?
who he is.
And then they kissed, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this mother.
Hey,
Like I just saw it in
immediately,
Tom's face. Like I was just like,
immediately when I saw that, I was like, you gotta throw it away. Throw it away, man. Get up out
mm,
of there. Get up out of there. Throw it away, bro.
damn, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they showed him just slinging it. He ain't even had his costume on. He was just slinging it away, just flipping
Mm-hmm.
away. Yeah, man.
Yep.
MCU is in good hands though with Sadie Sink, Tom Holland, John
Yeah.
Bernthal for sure, man.
Yeah.
Then whoever these other folks we got coming in, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dope. But like I said, it's definitely we gonna keep seeing the DDC. It's gonna connect and it's gonna
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
connecting more and more to the mutants being involved. So y'all just pay attention, man, because they building the
Yo,
story here for sure.
can we talk about that nice little surprise that we got in there that I don't think anybody saw coming, was
What's
never
that?
announced to be in it? Yelena.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
her
Oh
scenes
man,
were great, dude.
yeah.
She is so good.
And I
So
love
good.
her. And I love her.
Dude,
I,
uh, you are small potatoes. Like,
maybe I love the
oh my
character.
God, the
I
memes
don't
that
know how
that's
Florence
created.
Pugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. I don't
Oh,
know how Florence Pugh is in real life, but that character, Yelena, man, I like that. Because she don't talk like
yeah.
that for real, obviously. But
Yeah, no,
yeah,
no, no.
man, her voice is more like that's what they got her talking. Like her voice is naturally like I think like kind of like husky in a sense. But
Yeah, yeah, a
yeah,
little
man,
deeper, a little raspy, kind of.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit, like she had her in the hot tub.
yeah.
But that was
She was
dope
like, "Yeah,
reasoning.
yeah, step into my office."
Yeah,
And I, when they showed him walking up, like with like boxers on or whatever, just from the chest down, I
yeah,
was like, "He's
dog.
got the mask on. I know he's got the mask on." And then
That
he
shit was
sits down.
so
She's like,
funny to me
"Really?"
because
Uh,
it was kind of it was in connection to like how he just didn't even know how to. The world don't know Peter Parker. You can go around and
yeah,
not and show your face, dog. That's what I didn't understand. Like
mm,
the world don't know you. Show your face. I didn't understand
yeah,
what it meant. I'm gonna keep my mask on. It's like, all right, whatever. Like,
yeah,
but and it's okay that if Yelena know that you Peter Parker, like it's you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, oh,
Same,
I'm Peter
same
Parker. I'm
team.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
What's she
yeah.
gonna tell? Like she, you know what I mean? Most of
Right,
these superheroes
right.
trying to keep it low anyway, even though they recognize their
Yeah,
face. The way I saw it. Um,
yeah.
let's talk about it, man. So we know how Jean gets here. Did you peep? Did you kind of peep the films that they were referencing and like a callback to? I don't want to say callback, but the films that they reference with her jumping from like body to body. Well, just the film, not
Oh
films.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What was that one? What was that movie called? Devil something
Time is
is
on
on your
my
side. Yeah. What
side.
was that
Yes, it
movie
is.
called?
Fallen, John Goodman, Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Spooky ass movie, man. Like just
Ooh.
rewatching the clips and how they had it looking
Yeah.
when Denzel
Yeah.
looking like everybody walking by, like, yo,
Oh
man,
yeah.
I thought that was super dope. They made it like dark, but they didn't make it too like creepy or whatever, how they had it. And
Yeah.
then just to see like this young girl, this young lady is like, yo, like what is going on? It's like
Mm.
Spider-Man was fucked up.
Oh,
He was looking like, yo, what's
that
going on? Like, yo, this shit
that was
crazy.
so cool when they were like racing to Zendaya
Yeah.
and like just like toom, 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 toom,
Telling them
and
you
then
gotta keep
stop,
up.
sit, talk some
Yeah.
shit. Like, come on, man. Oh
Man,
man. And then
incredible, dog. I loved it.
up on that roof, like I totally thought
Oh,
that
that it
was
was
her for
her?
a second. Yeah, and then I was like,
Man.
no, that's not her. She already got to her. And then when
Man,
she
bruh.
jumped off, I was like, no, 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 no. You're
Yeah,
not doing
she
this.
was
You're not
there.
doing this.
Yeah, she was there in the apartment when he came and got her. She like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, just the acting was like Zendaya acting. It was like I really believe like, oh, he found her, he about
Mm-hmm.
to save her, or whatever. No, it was her the entire time. Jean had already
Yeah.
got into her brain. Like, yo, that was
Yeah.
so crazy. It spooked him so bad
Yeah.
he gave up. He like, all right, I give up. I give up.
Yeah.
Like he just like you got me, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like what is going on? Like, man,
Whew.
let's
Since we're kind of talking about Gene, I wanna touch on a little bit of not more complaints that I've seen people
what you
say
got?
with Gene
What you got?
is that she is just cold blooded murdering people,
Mm-mm.
driving down a tank down the road, like just savage and not giving a nothing about life or nothing for anybody's life, and that she's supposed to turn around and be a hero in the X-Men. Like, okay,
They gotta think you haven't even she ain't even got the proper training to like hone her skills yet. She's
That
still kind of
and
reckless.
like, not to be that sweaty comic book guy, but read some comics.
Yeah,
Jean Grey murdered like a billion people at once, a whole planet
Jean Grey
destroyed,
ain't nothing to be
murdered,
fucked
all the
with.
people, kids, women, children, murdered. Of course, she was the Dark Phoenix, and people can
Yeah,
say, "Oh, that wasn't her." Blah blah blah. But like even later on in the comics, all those memories of her doing that shit, she had them, and she was walking around with that shit. Like so,
man, dog.
she basically did it.
Even the movies that was
So
based on the Dark Phoenix, she was still leveling
yeah,
some folks, dog. They still ain't even
yeah, yeah,
in X-Men 3, like it wasn't like full on how they could have went. But I
yeah,
think with Marvel Studios now, I'm pretty sure they gonna have her like level some shit. Even come on, man, let's speak on
yeah,
it, man. She mind
yeah,
controlled, she mind controlled Bruce Banner, dog. And
yeah.
so much so that she brought
Broke the
Savage
psychic
Hawk out.
barrier.
Brought
Yeah.
out Savage Hawk. He like, I don't even know how she did the shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
on man, and it wasn't like she didn't mind. How did it happen? She
So I think she was mind controlling him, and he was fighting with Spider-Man, and he hit him with, I don't know what he hit him with, but something like hit him so hard that it like
it knocked
knocked the
it, yeah,
shit
knocked
out
his
of him.
inhibitor out. Yeah,
And in between, like she got pushed out, and the Savage Hulk got let in, and
yeah.
then it was
Cause
just
he told
like,
her he was like, get out.
whoa,
He was like, get out. So then
yeah,
once she was, that's the crazy part. Like she was in there at first when it was just Professor Hawk and he was talking. He was still
yeah,
big. Peter had never saw him like that. He's seeing
yeah,
like Bruce. I'm pretty sure he's seen like that Professor Hawk, the version of him in Endgame or whatever, like
yeah,
during the main battle. Uh then of course he's seen him as Bruce again, like as the professor. But man, where he really became savage, like I didn't know you can get that big. He seen him get because the first one was funny where they was just fighting like Professor Hawk, and he just like
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
still strong. I like how they did the sound effects where you could hear like he just stomp, and it was like, damn, dog, he about like
yeah,
7 feet something until he get madder
yeah.
and big man. And
And
whatever, like
then
you
and
said.
then Spidey was taking those blows from the
Mm-hmm.
Savage. Pause.
Taking
Pause.
them blows.
He was,
Taking them
dude. He
blows.
was taking some hard hits from
Yeah.
Savage Hulk, and he was just eating them, just like oof, get back up, oof, bro.
Yeah,
That
dog.
is not, dude. Mm,
Man,
excellent.
powerful, powerful. He's
Yeah,
still a pilot. He was
yeah,
jumping on his back and everything. Still through. He was trying to get that
yeah.
inhibitor on him. But then I thought it was still like Punisher knew it wasn't shit he could do, but he still was, he was
Mm-hmm.
still letting that gun off. He still was, even
Yep.
when that was a dope scene though. He like slid and like Peter had what did Peter do? He like did put the web and had him hooking like was pulling
Mm-hmm.
him back like in the air, and
And
then
Slid just
Punisher
pop, pop, pop,
sliding
pop,
up
pop,
under
pop,
him was
pop.
shooting. Like, yo, that shit was
Yeah,
dope as hell. Like, all right,
yeah,
wasn't gonna do nothing to him because that was technically that was
yeah,
still Professor Hawk, like giving him the business. And then once,
yeah.
like you said, once that inhibitor got knocked off, and he warning him like,
Yo,
get out of
and
there.
that scene, like that little break in between the fights when they were regrouping, and he was like, "All right, you go get old
Yeah,
girl, don't kill her, but or whatever he said he would or something." And Peter was like, "You're just saying that so you don't got to deal with Hulk," and he was like,
that's
"Yeah,
basically what it
so like
was. That's
right,
exactly what
like
it was.
yo, he didn't
So,
want none of that."
what I thought that was dope how she had when it really got down because we know what really happened. Like, man, the scene with the hand, the fight scene with the hand. For one, I knew the hand was no good. Couple things
Hmm.
too. Cause we could wrap up soon. We only got a couple more things to cover, but man, the whole okay. Let's talk about Daredevil for a second, who wasn't in this film, but
Yeah,
I seen a lot of people
nope.
saying like, how did Spider-Man not do anything based off the damage? Something about based off the damage that Fisk had left or whatever, and it was like, well, he did. And that's what that
Yeah,
montage was. The
exactly,
montage was these are all the
exactly.
criminals from the underworld now that Fisk is no longer mayor. You got
Hmm.
the regular mayor, which is why we saw the mayor that was from Daredevil season 2, Born Again season 2, giving him the key to the city because of him
Hmm.
fighting all the crime, whatever. It's like, yeah, it still was a connection tied to Daredevil. And for those of y'all
Yep.
wondering, like, how did him and Punisher like link up and had this type of relationship that they had. Well, he kept saying like, what about that time in Staten Island, whatever. He's like, oh, you gonna bring that
Yeah.
up again? It's like, because
Yeah.
if you think about it, when I'm like, oh, then I saw, shout out to Rod from is the mic still on in frames per second over there, Dead End Hip Hop. He brought it to my attention. I was like, oh shit. He was like, well, remember, Punisher was locked up at the
Mm-hmm.
end of Daredevil Born Again. He got out. He got out because the dude, you know, he killed the dude or whatever. But
Mm.
one last kill, something must have happened in one last kill. Did he get locked up after that? Like something happened. Did
Yeah.
Spider-Man break him free? Because he kept saying Staten Island, so we can only assume something happened in Staten Island. Maybe he broke him out of jail or something.
Mm.
Something had to have happened or whatever. And then even during this time where he fights the Hand, and they had the where were they at? They was in that prison. Was that what that was? It was in the prison, wasn't it?
It was
Or was
that
that
it was like a secret damage control facility.
okay? So that's not where Matt is
It
locked
was
up
like a
at.
decommissioned prison,
Because like
like
Matt is
I would
still
say.
locked up during this
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
was like, damn, like man, that's
yeah,
kind of interesting. Like how the tie they kind of still made it work without having Kingpin in it. It's like, yeah, he still cleaned
yeah.
up like the dirty work. Because
Yep.
these are the people that emerged once Kingpin was not mayor any longer. So yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
man, the fight with the Hulk was so crazy because we really got to see Savage Hulk. He literally almost kills Peter until he
Yep.
recognizes, like, I was like, no, I think, oh, yo, fam, I think I know you. And then he
Yep.
drops off or whatever. I seen, you could tell people who didn't watch it and was just doing content just for the sake of, because like, yo, did the Hawk die? It's like, no, you literally saw him get taken away. Like, so like people
Yeah.
just didn't watch the movie.
And
Um,
a fall like that is not gonna kill the Hulk. Like, like he could drop from the upper atmosphere and be fine.
yeah. But
You
let's
know?
talk about it, man. Let's talk about this fight with the Hand, and Jean is basically like telling him like, you, she gets in his mind. She's like, yo, you think that basically, like, you think they fuck with you? Like they
Mm-hmm.
using what you gave them. They gonna use that on. They got a contingency plan for you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Who you
Yep.
gonna be? You gotta figure out who you want to be. You want to be Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
or you want to be Peter Parker? Then he at this
Mm-hmm.
time during his fight sequence, he getting the brakes beat off him by the Hand though. Man, he did something. It was like they knocked him down so hard he slid backwards on it. He did what Chris Brown
Yo.
did and stumped the yard. He did that. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember the stumped yard preview. And
Did
like,
you notice that one girl from the Hand who was usually like front and center when they were showing all of them? I think
uh-huh.
that's Kamiko from The Boys.
Oh, I had to go
I,
back and
I
look.
mean, you don't ever see her full face, but those eyes and like you can see the upper cheeks. Like it just, I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's Kamiko from The Boys.
I would definitely have to go back and look. Damn, that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
crazy. I would have to look,
yeah.
man. So yeah, man,
But
because they
yeah,
get that inhibitor on Jean, and
mm.
she basically, the backstory with Jean is her sister was also
Wait, hold up, wait a minute. You
yeah. Go
rewind a bit.
rewind.
The Hand fight. We got to go to when Spidey went and
To
embraced
me, to
the
me,
power.
to me, the maybe recency bias, and I'm glad you brought me back because I did
Yeah,
say he definitely was like, he was like, bitch, I'm both, and that's what
yeah,
he proceeded. Thank you. Say it, get me on track. He
yeah.
proceeded to show one of the illest Spider-Man choreographed fight scenes on film
Mm,
of any Spider-Man movie. Any
all of them.
Spider-Man movie. I don't
Incredible,
care.
dude.
Beyond Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Sam Raimi's whatever, the first trilogy with Tom
Yeah.
Holland, whatever he did, man, this here,
Wasn't he like smashing? Weren't like swords like smashing on his arm? Like they would go to cut him and he would just bam and smash their sword
bruh,
when he ripped it
crazy.
apart with the webbing. Like,
Crazy. The
bro,
web, but like, yo, he did the little
uh,
spin like a little tornado type shit with the web. I was like, yo, what the
dude.
fuck? Like,
Mm,
Spider-Man ain't nothing to
mm,
fuck with, man. He ain't
no,
nothing to fuck with,
no,
man.
no.
Radio, I think got
Uh-uh.
bit by a radioactive spider though. You got radioactive spider blood.
Yeah.
What you expect? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Insane fight scene. So much so, Jean's still in his head. He finally finds her or whatever, you know, because they got her kidnapped. She's basically, her sister was also telepathic as well, I believe.
yeah. So,
Okay.
like in the comics, she was just a regular person, like no powers.
Yeah.
She does get killed, but that was way later in life, so it wasn't like a catalyst to Jean becoming Jean or anything like that. But again, like I said earlier, I'm okay with them switching things up to give us a different story if it works. And that made sense. Like
Yeah,
it made
man.
sense for this story in this origin of Jean. I liked it.
Man, bruh. Like,
I really liked it.
man. Yeah, I'm trying to think what
And the
I don't want to
VMAX,
miss nothing. The VMAX,
the
yes.
VMAX, like the whole time, like looking for VMAX, I'm like, what could
Metzger
VMAX be? And then she looks up at that vent with the peeling sticker, Vent
and
Max, VMAX. Oh
Dog really
shit.
didn't know. He didn't know what she was talking about. At first I was like, nah, he a snake. Because we
Yep.
know he a snake in Severance. So I was like, he probably a snake in this too. And
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold,
Ooh,
he was a
that mother.
snake.
Ooh.
And he really he like that's a I keep hearing that basically. Like she brought it up and it was like
Yeah.
VMAX. Like, what's this VMAX stuff that
He
she
really
speak
didn't
of?
know.
Whatever. And she did not know. She had no clue.
No,
He had no clue. But she like, damn, found out her sister got murked,
that was the
basically.
last thing that
Yeah.
she saw pretty
Cause she
much
was in
was
her
that
head.
vent,
Yeah. It was like,
and she
yo.
died.
Which her sister Sarah is in the comics, I understand. Well, I had to look it
Yeah,
up. I'm like, Sarah, she in the comics, so that is her sister, but
yeah,
they, obviously they flipped the story a little bit. And just like
yeah.
people tripping on how they flipped Jean's story a little bit, like only partially. I mean, they flipped Peter's story too. We ain't seen Uncle Ben. We ain't
They
seen no
flipped damn
scene with
near
Uncle Ben dying.
everybody's story, like
And maybe,
it's
and maybe
necessary.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna take a break. We gonna break real quick. If you want to hold it down, I'm gonna come give me like about 3 to 5 minutes tops, and I'm coming right back. But hold them
All
down
right.
because I gotta do
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing real quick. Let me see if I can.
yeah.
All right. So
I
just keep
got you.
talking. But yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Hold
I
on.
got you, bro. I got you. So
All right.
one thing that I noticed from all the other previous Spider-Man movies is this little Asian girl who is in class with them in the first Spider-Man movie. She popped up again. She might have been on the debate team. Is that what she was in the first one? Aside from the fact, pops up in the second one, pops up in the third one, pops up in this one. She was in Dr. Banner's class. Like you don't just end up in every Spider-Man movie and not be somebody that is important to the story. Like just a side character that just happens to be there in all these movies. That's too much of a coincidence. And so there are people that think, myself included, that this is going to be Cindy Moon, who is also known as Silk, another uh, female Spider Woman. And she's a super dope character. Also has some love interest with Spider-Man in the comics because I think it was she got turned because she got bit by the same spider that turned Peter, and so there was some sort of deep connection with like spider pheromones, and they were just all over each other. We'll just say, and this could have some big implications with Silk coming into the MCU, which, of course, it's a long shot because I don't think they want to drown the whole universe in spider characters because they gotta, unless they're gonna do a complete Spider Verse, which they could, but I think, I don't know, it's in the realm of possibilities. But I could definitely see Cindy Moon popping up in some of these stories, or even if they use them as in a show. Only problem with that for me would be is I'm pretty sure Tom or Peter said in this movie actually that the spider that turned him doesn't exist anymore, or maybe it was the previous movie. Regardless, his spider, he said it's dead or it doesn't exist. Could be the case, but sometimes spiders are hard to kill, especially like radioactive crazy spiders. I would imagine a simple smash with a shoe or whatever is not gonna actually kill it. So it might still be out there. It might bite her, and we might get Silk. So I'm really hopeful for that. Only time will tell. But other than that, like What was I gonna say? Where is Tag at? What the hell is he doing? Getting food, getting some snacks because we've been going for too long. 44 minutes. That's not 45 minutes. That's not that long. But another thing about Jean Grey and popping into this with her, powers, and people were like, "How is she healing Spider-Man?" Well, okay, skipped a little ahead. Punisher shoots Spider-Man. Spoiler alert. You shouldn't be watching this if you ain't seen it anyway. So, um,
All right.
Punisher. Oh, are you back?
Yeah, yeah. What I missed?
Oh,
Where you leave off?
oh, I talked. I kind of went in a weird direction with Cindy Moon, aka Silk,
Yeah, okay.
possibly
I just heard
becoming.
somebody talking about her.
Yeah, yeah, because she was in like every single movie, and I was just going over how that's too much of a coincidence of just a random character popping up in every movie because she was also in
Yeah.
Brand New Day in Banner's
Yes.
class.
That
Um,
okay, that's what I heard somebody talking about with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. So that's cool. But I was just about to touch on when Spidey got shot.
Man. Okay. And I'm glad
Yeah,
right on time because that's right where I
yeah,
got my nose put up at.
yeah,
He almost went out exactly like May
dude,
did.
bro. When I tell you, I was sitting in the theater.
I ain't know what
I
to
had
think.
Jess next to me. Jai was on the other side of Jess, and he got shot. Like number one, that was excellent because that's exactly how Punisher came into Marvel Comics. Like the
Yeah.
comics, he was a villain. He was a Spider-Man villain.
Mm-hmm.
Off the bat, I'm pretty sure the cover was him pointing a sniper rifle at Spider-Man.
Oh, I
So
didn't
when
know
he,
that. I knew he got
yeah,
introduced
yeah,
as a Spider-Man character. I didn't know. Oh wow, that's dope as hell.
yeah, he had the sniper rifle trained on him on the cover. It's like a yellow cover, Punisher up in the corner. You see the scope, and
Why
it's
did
aimed at
he
Spider-Man.
shoot? Because in the movie he ain't no Spider-Man villain. So why did he shoot?
Yeah,
Like what
well, I
what
don't,
he
yeah, I don't think he hit him, but like, he was trying to kill what's her name, you know?
like as if that was gonna work.
Hey,
Like
he was trying to kill, like he panicked because she
man.
did that crazy psychic blast. He was like, "Yo, all these people are about to have like
Mm-hmm.
seizures and die if I don't do something." And
Cause
so
like when
when
they
he
came
let
up
that,
out of it, they was
bro,
sweating. It was drenched.
when he let that bullet fly and you see him jump in front of it, I was like, yo, like that's no regular rifle, bro. Like that's a 50 cal,
Yeah,
rip a hole in a freaking steel plate tank shit, like,
man, bruh.
anti-tank.
She'd have been done for.
uh and when that bullet hit him, motherfuckers were cutting onions in that fucking theater, bro.
Cause
I swear they
cause
had
Jean
to
is
have been
just
my
like
I
Jean
the
is just like mine. Her mind is strong, but it's just the same as if you hit
yeah,
Professor Xavier, like
yeah,
wheelchair or
yeah.
not, like he out of here. You know what I
She would have
mean?
been torn in half.
Yeah,
And
dog.
when Peter hit the ground and you see the blood start to pool around, I was just like, no, no,
I'm like,
no, you're
nah, this
not
about
doing
to
this.
unmay him. I was like, dang, this about to be the last one. I was like, oh
I was
damn. I
like,
was like, he
damn,
gotta
is this why he's not gonna be in Doomsday? Like they have been planning this. Like
man. I
I
kept
I
thinking
thought
like
he was.
maybe I'm like, yo, is this about to be some shit where it's like Tom Holland ain't gonna be it? We gonna get Andrew Garfield or something? Like how this about to work?
Yeah, or
Like
or
was
or Miles Morales, like
or
maybe
that, yeah,
that
yeah,
they were
yeah.
laying the groundwork to bring him in because
No, but
it
that's what
was
I'm
a
saying.
Spider-Man,
I'm
Yeah,
thinking like maybe if he died, like what just a whole bunch of stuff was racing in my mind. I'm like, what if he died and like they use Andrew Garfield as the new like temporary, Peter Parker, whatever, in his universe.
mm,
It still be
yeah,
it still be Marvel Studios, Sony or whatever. But in
yeah,
his universe is where we get introduced to Miles Morales. I'm like, maybe, but then when he survived, I was like, oh shit. He's like, oh, I'm
yeah.
okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm like,
God.
dang, he
But like I was
ooh,
starting to touch
close.
on like when Jean started to like heal him. I don't think she was like healing. Like it wasn't fully, obviously,
Uh-huh.
but she was using her like psychic abilities to like hold the blood in, probably. because
like
she's
how they
got like
did,
telekinesis. Yeah,
and I
so
like how they did how she can hop in people's minds, whatever. She was probably he finally let her fully into his mind, and
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah.
the
That
unmade, just the
conversation,
callback, man, dope, super dope.
that
Um,
was so cool. How like they replaced him with her and had Aunt May saying all that stuff to her. Like I was like,
yeah,
damn,
it
this
it
was that
reminded me.
emotional roller coaster ride. You know?
It felt like the Pimp a Butterfly. We were here throughout the whole thing. You kept
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I remember you. I remember you was conflicted, abusing influence. They
Mm,
stopped. Like, what did he say? What did he say? That's how it was throughout the movie. They
uh,
kept showing unmade clips like, "Oh, this is after she finds out he's Spider-Man," and oh, that's a dope callback or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
so finally
yeah,
got to see what that conversation was, and then you let Jean
yeah.
in and saw. Yeah, I thought that was dope, man. And
Mm,
I'm
you
just
don't
curious
gotta
to
go
see
at
where it
this alone.
goes. I mean, I
Yeah,
like how that was. I kept seeing this too. People kept saying like, "Man, how did the hospital not know that Peter Parker is Spider Man?" Like all this, it was like, well, I mean, Punisher said, you know, I held basically I held you down. Like I made sure
yeah.
that they didn't see him, whatever. And he didn't, even if then, I still thought like maybe Jean had mind control over them during that time or something like
Maybe
where
it's
you know what I'm saying.
possible.
Where
Yeah.
if it was within that radius, it's no telling. I just assumed that,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody like, no, it's no way. That's a plot hole. Like, hey man,
Yeah.
just enjoy.
Nah.
Even if it wasn't, just enjoy the
Yeah.
damn film. Like
You
just
reading
enjoy the
too
film,
deep
man.
into it. Yeah.
First,
And then the scene where he was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. And he's like, I
yeah.
got you covered. And like he starts walking out, and then you hear the cheering,
Look, Spider
and
Man.
he's dude,
No grunt and shit.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
And
man.
that
Phenomenal
scene
movie, dog.
where it was him walking through the crowd, like looking at all the Spidey love, like because
Yeah, man.
previously when we saw the big crowd, it was people wanting his head for killing Mysterio, you know?
Yep.
So like to see that and him to see all that love, it also reminded me of a scene from the end of the Miles Morales Spider-Man game on
I haven't played it.
PlayStation.
I only seen clips of it just
Um,
on like YouTube.
yeah, there was
Yeah,
kind of
man.
a scene. It was kind of similar to where he got jacked up or fell or something. It was damn near done, and then like somebody picks up his mask, gives it to him, and then everybody rallies around him and shit.
Yeah, I love how that
But
ended,
yeah,
dog. Like
yeah,
that's pretty fire, man. Now,
yeah.
one thing that's been of the talk online, and we just two more things to approach, and then we can wrap it up. But
And credit.
this, not the end credit.
Okay,
Was
okay.
this the end credit with Ned? Okay, he does the handshake with Ned or whatever, right? So the
That
conversation is, does Ned know now? Does it have the memories come back? In my mind, I was like, well, he forgot. Just because he forgot Peter, I don't think that would mean he would forget a handshake. You know
right?
what I'm saying? And it's
Exactly.
not like he was just in college doing that handshake with everybody else, or maybe he
Yeah, that
did. I
was
don't know.
their. That was their. That was
That
a
was their
specific. That
thing,
was their
right?
handshake. Yeah,
Yeah. So I
and
was like, maybe
so
he just remembered that muscle memory. Ain't no telling.
what I think is going on with that, and will be how MJ snaps out of it and remembers him, is
I think I know what you're gonna
like
say.
a deep seated core memory. Like
Oh,
that
that's not what I
handshake.
thought you was gonna say.
Yeah, so like
I
I'm thinking that handshake is such a deep seated core memory of those two. They've done that so many times. He had to have had some crazy deja vu of like, I've done this a million times, and then it just snapped, and he was like, Peter, you
or
know?
could it or but she did say his name at one point, like Peter, be careful when he was dressed as
Well, yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. So I'm thinking
And
that,
he
but then
introduced him. He met him at
at
their
the
house
party,
party.
yeah.
But I think it's he. I think he knew who he
Because
was
remember,
after
he
that
probably thinking the
because
whole
like
time he was Maynard still. Like he probably like
yeah,
Maynard or whatever. Because I
exactly,
don't think he ever
exactly.
gave him his real name up until he heard her say he heard her say, Peter, be careful, or whatever. And then it probably registered like, Peter, like, oh shit, like you
Yeah,
Spider-Man this
nah.
whole time? That's crazy as hell.
I think he remembers. I think it's the core
Or
memory unlocked it, which will
and
be the
here,
same with MJ though, and
but
her necklace.
here's why I think he could remember also. technically in No Way Home, didn't he had like then Ned had like the sorcery type thing,
Yeah.
you know, to do with the sling rings or
Yep.
whatever. Did he ever get him sling? Did he ever get him sling rings back? Like, or did he?
I think yeah, I think Strange took it back, I think. Because
Okay,
he was like, I need
because
this, give it back. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah.
specifically, why did Ned know how to? You know what I'm saying? So we don't. You never know. Could have
Hey,
been.
his grandma said, or Nona, whatever he called her, said that her
He could have
people had
worked.
special powers.
He could have worked the spell by accident off of himself. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
telling during that time.
Yep.
So all right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to the post credit.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I gotta bring this up. Funniest scene to me, and it ain't supposed to be funny, is when he tried to basically tell MJ, like, because of the letter, she like, you know, basically, I think you wanted me to see this letter or whatever, and just like she
Yeah.
like, I made him take his mask off and everything. He reveals that
Yeah.
it's him, whatever. She's like, oh, you the guy from the party, all that shit or whatever, right? So she's still like, I don't feel it. Whatever you want me to feel, I don't feel it, whatever. And then she tried to get away and just ends Zendaya fashion, like, oh, can you? I need a ride home. And
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
did it so perfect
Yeah.
with making it quiet, like with him, because that's
Mm-hmm.
how it would be. It's like, man, I don't want to talk, man. Like, and
Yeah.
she don't feel how he feels. So she like, man, if you want to come up, still kick it with Ned, you can't like, man, he still
Right.
did. It was
Yeah.
cool, but it was like, man, no, man, you can't be mad at her. It's like, because this is you did this. This is the spell you
Mm-hmm.
had put on for people to forget you. So like, don't try to
Yeah.
fault her for forgetting you or whatever. You put her up to it. But let's talk about this
I
post credit. I know a lot of
yeah.
people were kind of upset. Me, I wasn't per se. I wasn't anticipating like in a first of a new Spider-Man trilogy, technically, or what they're saying would be a part of another trilogy. I didn't think like they would show like such a major post credit. However,
Mm-hmm.
Ned been trying to track. He got the thing where he tracked with Spider-Man at, and that joint said it's a Spider-Man in space. I don't. It ain't. Is it Peter? Is it Tom Holland's version or is it somebody else?
So I think, I mean, it could be one of a few things. Like we don't know for sure until, because it works any which way. It could be Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could be Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
I put my
It
money
could
on
be Miles
Toby.
Morales. It could be Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's tracking Spider-Man.
Miles.
It could be, and it could be Tom Holland Spider-Man.
How would
And
Miles
where
be in
they are,
space?
Battle World.
Oh yeah. Okay. But
That's
still,
where I
Miles.
think that tracker was tracking. I mean, it could be.
Dang man.
Not the animated one, but like an
Okay.
actual
Yeah.
Miles
Yeah. Like an
Morales.
actual. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
I
it's
want to see more. I
definitely
gotta
what
read
I
more
think it
about this.
is Battle World.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch some videos, man, because it's been everything been such a blur since seeing it. Just trying to watch certain videos here and there,
Yeah,
and just hearing certain like I ain't listen just to any old reviews or watch any random old Easter egg videos. Shout out to New Rock Stars. I was tapped in with them. Emergency Awesome, and
yeah.
shout out to whoever is listening. That's who I was back in 2020 early on, where I just was like down Easter egg boulevard with a lot of these
Mm,
videos because I didn't know videos like that existed, like just talking about the Marvel universe, the Marvel
yeah,
Cinematic
yeah,
Universe. And that's what inspired us to like really get this podcast going. So it's probably somebody that's probably listening to this, like, man, you know what I mean? And that's just motivated
yeah,
us. That's what happened with me during the pandemic, even though I was watching the films prior, but you could be right. It could be a Miles. I'm gonna put
yeah.
my money on Toby.
That's what I'm going with because there
Only,
was
you know what
rumors
I'm
that
saying?
Toby was going to be, but I also think there's no way that they're going to do a Secret Wars where Tom Holland
Yeah.
isn't in
And
it.
this
Like
movie
he's
did so great. I feel like he might be in
yeah,
Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? I really think he might be in
yo.
Doomsday. They could have edited him
Can
out.
we can we talk about how good this film did? Opening
Man,
day,
it beat Endgame.
single biggest opening day
Yeah,
ever by
it beat
like 10
Endgame.
million. By like
Endgame was
10
like one.
mil.
Well, last you said 10. Shit, last I checked, it said 157 was for Endgame, and then it said this was 162. So I'm pretty sure it's because when I opened up my
Oh,
when I had opened up, it might have been Instagram. It said that joint was like at 970 something. I was like, man, I go back and refresh. I see, but yeah, them
yeah.
numbers going crazy right now. It's gonna do a billion.
Man,
I feel
that
like it's
was
gonna do a
just
billion.
US opening. Like
Yeah,
when it
man.
worldwide, like, oh my God, like this movie did so good. And that makes me think of how well Doomsday is gonna do. Even with Dune coming
Off
out,
the
like people
strength.
are all like, "Oh, Dune, it's the same day." Like,
So so
so
might be like
what
Oppenheimer,
is?
might be like Barbenheimer or whatever they called it.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer and Barbie
like
might be like that. Yeah,
their
man.
Dune does have their fan base. I'm not
100%.
taking anything away from Dune. It's a dope story. It's a dope universe. There is a lot of lore and depth into it,
Oh,
but it's
sh-
not
re-
anywhere near.
real brief shout out. Shout out to Liza Colenzayes. We know her as Tina from The
Mm,
Bear. She went from being a chef in the kitchen, the sous chef in the kitchen, to being a detective on the scene. Which,
yep, I
since
love
since
that.
since we retconning everything slightly,
Mm,
I mean, I ain't saying it because she Hispanic, but I think it'd be kind of dope if somehow she got a
hey,
connection to Miles Morales, like not his mom, but maybe like a
right.
relative or something. You know what I mean? Because she already
Mm,
got her kids, so maybe that's like that could be his aunt or
auntie.
something. And instead of his dad being
Yep.
on the police force, it's like I got an aunt on the police force. My parents is who they are. My dad is a retired cop or something. You can make his dad like a retired cop, but his sister was also in the
Mm-hmm.
police force. That's just how I'm thinking of it, and that could be like
Yep.
how and he meets Miles through his relationship with Detective DeWolf.
Yep.
Just saying, just saying, if they ain't, just the
Yep.
idea just to put out there. But hey, this was dope because we ain't never covered an hour. I don't think about no films, man. We got an hour in.
No.
Yeah, I don't think we covered maybe Black Panther. I don't know. I had to go back and look, man. But we
No.
really
No.
we hit
Maybe
an
not.
hour.
I don't know.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
might be our
Okay.
first
Okay.
hour, man. 81, 81. We creeping up, man. We creeping up, but
Oof.
we covered everything I had in my notes, and for you to
Yeah.
not have notes was weird, and you was damn near in
Yeah.
order of my notes. I
No.
was like, did I send you
No.
my notes?
Because
Because it
I
was
just
damn
kind of
near in
went
order.
in the order of the movie, like in
My
what was
notes was
really fresh in my
scrambled
head and
though, so it's
everything.
like my notes was scrambled, and I deleted some shit. I was like, man, we ain't about to do no 2 hour pod, but I was just like, man, we can always
Um,
come back, bring people on, because this movie is gonna be one of them timeless pieces, man. Because then we still
I'm
got to
Jean
do
Grey in
X-Men
you is what
'97.
it is. I was
I
in your
think that's
head,
what it
bro.
is. You don't want to know. I was thinking about stupid stuff. I was thinking about farts, probably some stupid stuff at the time. Like, what are you thinking about? Like, yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah.
farting in the kitchen one time. That was in my mind. And hey, let the people know where
Oh
they can
shit.
find you at, man.
Feast of Mine 313 across everything, everywhere, always.
Hey, man, y'all can find me in Queens. Like, nah,
Mm,
I want to be there. I want to be there.
mm,
That's man, no, not at all. Too much crazy shit going on in the MCU
yeah.
universe in Queens. Find me at all platforms you can stream and download music and social media. Name tag Alexander across the board. Join the label, the LABL HQ label for headquarters or whatever. So broadcast channel on Instagram. I post a link or whatever, but that's just where all things related to name tag Alexander, just cross leading be legendary from the podcast to the music. We there. But in the meantime, and the album is out, the label LP. By the time y'all hear this, the video for one of the singles off the album, Do Work, will be out on my name tag Alexander YouTube channel. But we will be back at it, I want to say, for more than likely episode 82, discussing, if not episode
X-Men
82, maybe
episode
X-Men
5 and
83.
6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Yeah.
no, we did 5, I think. We doing,
We skipped
I don't
last
know.
week's. We skipped this last week's because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there was the Savage Land and where it was just like, oh, we'll
That's
save
true.
it
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
next. Yeah, so we got a double
Even
banger.
though it's a lot that could be covered
Pause.
from that episode though too. Right, right, right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, until next time we gonna catch y'all. We in the 80s, baby. Cause we 80s
Hey,
babies. Marvel of the
baby.
Minds. Once I tap this, it's gonna
Peace.
drop us right off. But it's been Marvel
Yeah,
of the
no.
Minds. Peace.
Peace.